Traditional Chinese society prioritizes agriculture over commerce, lacking formal commercial laws or legal recognition for merchants who were politically marginalized. To survive and thrive, Shanxi merchants had to seek protection from or collaboration with the ruling powers. The rise of draft banks was inextricably tied to their close ties with the Qing government. When the dynasty fell, so too did their patronage. The 90-year-old Rishenchang Draft Bank closed in 1914, marking the end of Shanxi draft banking. As milestones in China's financial history, Shanxi draft banks made indelible contributions to the development of Chinese finance, particularly through their managerial culture and ethos, which laid the groundwork for modern financial culture. This video explores the values of integrity, trust, righteousness, and profit upheld by Shanxi draft banks, arguing that their cultural ethos was embraced by merchants as a social contract, facilitating the growth of commodity and monetary exchange in an underdeveloped economic and financial landscape. Analyzing these values reveals that integrity, trust, righteousness, and profit form the core of contemporary financial culture, with roots tracing back to the draft bank era. Modern financial institutions should draw lessons from Shanxi draft banks, embracing their spirit to strengthen financial culture, the soul and driving force of financial enterprises. The integrity, trust, righteousness, and profit culture forged by Shanxi draft banks remains indispensable to financial culture today. Shanxi draft banks seamlessly integrated the core tenets of financial culture, being integrity, trust, righteousness, and profit, into their operations, skillfully balancing these principles. Their history demonstrates their commitment to integrity, trust, righteousness, and sustainable profit. In contrast, while modern finance has developed sophisticated theoretical and practical frameworks, and institutions like banks, insurers, and security firms tout cultures of integrity, compliance, and stability, financial scandals and risks persist. The 2008 U.S. subprime mortgage crisis stands as a stark cautionary tale. This raises a cautionary tale. Why did Shanxi draft banks, operating without regulatory oversight, avoid misconduct, while modern finance, despite advanced regulation, remains plagued by risks? The answer lies not in technical or regulatory shortcomings, but in the neglect of financial culture. Despite rhetoric around cultural values, such principles rarely translate into concrete actions. The stark contrast between past and present underscores a vital lesson. For modern finance to thrive, it must not only innovate but also elevate its core driver, financial culture, by learning from China's traditions, particularly the integrity, trust, righteousness, and profit ethos of draft banks. Shanxi draft banks have taught us about financial culture and their implications for today. Learn in the next episode the problems with financial culture that Shanxi draft banks reveal. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe.